Alright, checking my patient sharp for diagnosis, washing my hands. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
Come in.
Hi, my name is Whitney. I'm your student physical therapist assistant. Can you tell me your first and last name and your date of birth?
Dusty Jones, 33180.
Alright, Mr. Jones. So what we're here to do today is we're going to do some spine stabilization exercises. I hear I've read in your chart that you've had some back pain. So what we're going to do is do some exercises to strengthen your back and your core. So I'll just give you some instructions and you'll do the different movements and things that I need you to do. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay.
Okay, do you get dizzy when you move around a lot? Do you have uncontrolled hypertension?
No.
Have you fallen recently?
No.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you've ever had in your whole life, how would you rate your pain?
4.
Great. Okay, so I'll let you know what we're going to need to do. So if you don't have any questions for me, can we get started?
Yes.
All right, great. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is since you're already sitting, is we're going to do what we call a chin tuck. It's going to work on your cervical spine. So all you're going to need to do is bring your chin down and then back, and you're just going to make that good double chin. Chin, okay? Okay, and hold that for about 10 seconds. 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do for that cervical spine is this is something you can do for yourself at home. I need to breathe. Okay, so what you're going to do is you can take your hand, and I want you to push your forehead and then push your head against your hand, and make sure you keep your head upright. Okay? You got to make sure you maintain a good posture, and you can go side to side. And you got to keep your head in alignment. Make sure you hold that good bounce, that good posture. There you go. Perfect. Don't hold your breath. Okay, make sure you're not holding your breath. All right. So, the next thing we're going to do is, while you're sitting, I'm going to have you scoot back just a little bit on the table. Okay, so I want you to make sure you're sitting upright. So, the next thing we're going to do while sitting is I'm just going to have you bring one arm out to the side. Okay, maintaining that good posture. There you go, correct that posture. Perfect. All right, you can bring it down, and then you're going to do the opposite arm. Okay, and bring it down. And then one right leg again on each side. And down. And down. Okay, make sure you're maintaining your posture there. Great. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put some resistance on you. So what I'll do is I'll pull here and push there, and I want you to maintain that straight, erect posture for me, please.
Okay.
All right. All right, so I'm going to pull and push. Perfect. All right, and we'll come to this side and do it. Make sure you're breathing. Perfect. All right, so that was 2. So the next thing I'll have you do is I'll have you lay down on the bed for me. It's a firm surface, so you're good. So we'll start with a posterior pelvic tilt, and what that means is you're just gonna basically you're gonna try to push your lower back into the table and just bring your pelvis backwards. Perfect. Can you do that and hold that for 10 seconds? Go ahead and do it and hold it for 10 seconds. All right. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Relax. I don't want to walk off from you. I wouldn't typically walk off. So the next thing that we're going to do is, since you're in supine, you're laid down. You're actually in a perfect position. So what I'll have you do is another stabilization exercise that we can do for you is a hip bridge. So what you'll do is just have your heels up and just bring your bottom up off the table. And you can do 2 of those for me, please. Perfect. And you can relax. All right, you feeling okay?
Yes.
All right. So that was the hip bridge. The next thing I'll have you do is go ahead and put your legs out flat. Okay. So what I'll need you to do is I'm going to have you take one arm, bring one arm. I want you to bring one arm up and then the opposite leg up. All right, and then switch and do the other side. Perfect. Make sure you maintain that posture. Wonderful. All right, so I'm gonna have you go ahead and sit up go ahead and sit up for me. Okay. Make sure we got got everything there. So the next thing we're going to do is if you needed help or a gate belt, I'd put a gate belt on you. But it looks like you're walking just fine, so I'm going to have you go ahead and stand up for me. Okay, so this surface is kind of uneven, so could you step forward just a little bit? Okay, so one exercise we're going to do is we're just going to march in place, but you got to make sure you maintain that upright posture. Okay, get those knees up. Perfect. All right, that's great. So the next one that we're going to do is we are going to, just while standing, I'm going to have you put one foot in front of the other. A tandem stance. Can be a little wider apart. And so what you're going to do is I'm going to give you this weight, and on one arm you're just going to bring that weight up, okay? Okay. But make sure you're maintaining that good posture, and make sure you're still breathing. Okay, and just bring it back down. And do that for 5 reps, and then switch. And 5. Now you can go ahead and switch. Perfect. All right, you gotta make sure your pelvis is tilted. So what you want to do is make sure you have that. There you go. And perfect. All right. Lastly, I'm going to have you. You're going to have to get on all fours in the crawling position. So, all right. I'm going to stay right beside you. So, what I'm going to have you do is just in this position as a starter exercise is you will make sure your back is not arched. You got that good flat back. You have a good flat back, and in front of you, I just want you to bring up one arm at a time. Just straight in front of you. Make sure you're maintaining that posture. Perfect. And put that down and go to the next arm. Wonderful. All right, that's our one exercise there. And then the last thing you're going to do is what we call a bird dog. I think you know what that is. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and you want that leg straight out. Perfect. I'm just moving out of the way so you can see. All right. Beautiful. And one more. All right, and you can relax. Okay, let me help you sit on the bed. Okay. All right. Okay, so those are all the exercises that we're going to do today. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Do you have any added pain, anything like that?
No.
Okay, great. So what I'll do is I will relay my results to my supervising physical therapist. Let him know about what we've done today, and then that's it. So if you don't have any questions for me, I got you in a safe position. The bed is locked. Everything's lowered. You don't need help redressing or anything like that. So what I'll do is everything's safe, locked, lowered. Here's a call light if you need one. If you need anything, feel free to ring the nurse or somebody will come in and help you. I will wash my hands and leave.
Okay.